Emma Goldman established herself as an anarchist in society. That is, she promoted the idea of a stateless society free of a ruling government. Rather uniquely, her life can be thoroughly chronicled on her endless imprisonments, each signifying a major event in her life. The start of her life began on June 27, 1869. She was born into a Jewish family originating in Kovno, Russia. Her time was spent working towards a better life, later evolving into her brave immigration into the United States through Rochester, New York. Upon arrival, she found employment at a local factory in 1886. 3 years after finding work, she began to involve herself in the anarchist movement. It was through this that she received much nationwide attention. Emma Goldman's very first imprisonment came when she roused a riot and was consequently given a 1-year jail sentencing on August 30, 1893. Goldman chronicled her life in prison by publishing a book she titled The New York World. She would soon become eerily familiar with incarceration. A jail cell gave her home away from home, as she was arrested a total of 16 times in her life. Her second encounter with incarceration occurred when she attempted to speak publicly after being given a warning from the mayor urging her to stay away. With this speech, she spoke regarding marriage, anarchism, and murder. She was quickly taken to jail overnight on September 7, 1897, in Rhode Island. Following her release, she was told she needed to leave town, or she would probably be given a prison sentence of 3 months. She obliged to this request and was on her way into trouble yet again with a third imprisonment. This third imprisonment occurred on September 10th, 1901, and was extremely serious, as she was thought to have an involvement in the assassination of President McKinley. Her bail was set at $20,000. Police believed that she was involved in the assassination solely based on the fact that she had met the assassin weeks earlier. Surprisingly, Goodman spent a mere 2 weeks in prison because only a minimal amount of evidence was found. Arrest number 4 came in the form of suspicion. Police arrested, questioned, and released Emma just for being a suspicious person the year after the anti-anarchism law was passed in New York. Next, she is arrested for articles she published in her journal Mother Earth. Mother Earth was a journal published annually, with Emma serving as the editor. It highlighted current events involving anarchism and was ongoing for 11 years, beginning in the March of 1906 and ending in August of 1917. After a few more encounters with the law, Goldman then is arrested for simply intending to speak and recite one of her planned lectures on December 14, 1908. This arrest followed with a mandatory train ride that sent Emma Goodman to Canada. Many officials hoped they would permanently rid the United States of her, but they were surely mistaken. She was back approximately 1 year later with yet another arrest for allegedly participating in a conspiracy against the government in California. In some instances, Goldman was solely arrested for her arrival in a certain area due to the fact that officials did not want to have to deal with any of her protests, speeches, or riots. Goldman was arrested 3 times for the distribution of information regarding birth control because her lectures went against the chastity laws which forbade the use of contraception. In June of 1917, she was incarcerated again, this time for interfering with the Triennial Chamber and go against the Draft Act when World War I began. Her bail was paid by what was believed to be a German enemy. For this reason, Emma was tried again and found guilty and sentenced to yet another 2 years in federal prison. Her case was taken all the way up to the Supreme Court, where she was still found guilty in January of 1918 and completed her stint in Jefferson City, Missouri. Emma Goldman's last arrest came about when her immigration status came into question. With this questioning, federal officials decided to deport her back to Russia. She was told she was being deported as well as being under warrant for arrest during her stint in the Jefferson City prison. Upon freedom from the Missouri prison, she created her appeal and argued in a court. This brought her a few months of time, as she claimed her right to citizenship through a brief and formal marriage. Shortly after, she was told that these terms were invalid and her deportation was essential. First, she was detained at Ellis Island and ultimately placed on a vessel back to Russia on September 21, 1919. Emma Goldman promptly fled Russia in 1921 when she came into disagreements with the Bolshevik government. 5 years later, she began happily married to a Welsh man by the name of James Colton. Through her marriage, she gained British citizenship, and later gained and became heavily involved in the Spanish Civil War in 1936. An author in her own right, Goldman wrote many books, including her biography and a work about the Bolshevik government, known as the Disillusionment in Russia, and many others that promoted anarchism, women's suffrage, and the like. Emma died from a stroke on May 14, 1940 in Toronto, Canada, yet the United States allowed for her body to be returned to Illinois and be buried in Chicago next to Haymarket anarchists. She will be forever remembered as a woman that changed American history and defined the lives of many. She was a radical, a believer, and most importantly, an anarchist in American history.